Hi, my name is Anshu and welcome to my channel Bottleneck. This is a data structures and algorithms series. In this series, we are going to implement algorithms and data structures using Scala functional programming approach. All the code related to our development can be found as a link to my GitHub repository in the description. This video is part 2 for insertion sort. In part 1, we had seen what is insertion sort and we had seen an example of insertion sort. If you have missed the video, I will add link to part 1 in the description of part 2. So now here we are going to implement insertion sort. As we know, insertion sort has a behavior of insert and sort. So let's implement the insertion sort itself. Insertion sort of type V, which will take input of a type called sequence of V, which will give a power of comparison by extending an order tree, which is going to return a sequence of V. First method is going to be insert. It will take a value VA, and it will take a list, and this is an accumulator where we will be creating the new list, appending all the value at a time. Initially this is going to be nil and it is going to return a sequence of V. We are going to use a tail recursive method here, so we will do a pattern match on our list that we have. So first case is h colon t, which is going to be the remaining value. Now a is greater than h. If so, then it is going to call insert and a will be the first value tail, and then it will call acc and it will be appending head. So what it is going to do, if our value a is greater than the head, so it will skip, there won't be any swap. If not, if there is anything else happens, so if our a is less than h, so definitely it has to swap and move ahead. So what it is going to do is acc will add to a and it will be appending rest of the list whichever remains. Now this is for insert. Next we have to call sort. We need to create a sort method as well. So this sort is going to take a value or sequence of V, and another which is going to return is also a sequence of V. Now it returns a sequence of V. We will do a pattern match on the AS. AS is our input. So it is going to check if it is nil, then it is going to return BS, which is the final result that we are expecting. If it is not nil, then it is going to have a pattern something like this, and for every value it is going to call the sort, and it is going to call for tail. Tail will be the next value that is being passed, and it will be calling insert on top of head comma BS, which is the list that we have. So BS is the sorted list, H is the list that we have, and it is going to compare, and every time it is going to insert the value after comparison. So this is same like we are having a comparison and insertion parallelly. Now let's do the final call. This method completes here, so we will be calling this with a sequence and nil. So what we can do is we can call it with the sequence and mark it as nil here. So we give this a default value and this is going to return. Let's make it ACC. So we know that this is an accumulator and it is an accumulated value. Okay, so these are two tail recursive function. Let's quickly test or insertion sort. Okay, what is the name? Insertion sort. Let's keep it small. I to be safe in camel's case, and let's call this insertion sort with the sequence that we want to sort, and let's see how it goes. Okay, now it's running, so we can see the output is 3 5 6 8 9, which is as expected 3 5 6 8 9. So this completes the insertion sort. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and do not forget to press on bell icon to catch on future updates. And we are going to use insertion sort to implement one of the most popular sorting algorithm, which is called tim sort, in our next video. So see you there. Thank you and have a nice